Hey, 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 welcome to the Ladies Room podcast. It's your girl, Ashley Michelle, and I got the Hills. I got Candy Hill with me.
Hey, I forgot I was on mute.
What's up, everybody?
Hey. We back, y'all. We've been gone for a little bit, but we are back. Raven's gonna join us a little later, and our girl, Jovo is grieving right now. She might hop on later, but we're not sure. We do have Devin in the house. Hey, Devin.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Devin.
Happy win, happy hump day.
I should say, guy and ladies.
All right, so we got a good show planned for tonight. A very interesting show. Before we get into it, how y'all been though? How y'all been? Y'all been good?
Awesome.
So far.
Beautiful.
Okay, good. I know it was kind of chilly today, but the sun was out. So, well, oh wait, I'm talking like y'all here in Chicago.
Yeah, it's been nice out here. It started off kind of chilly, but then it be super hot by the end of the day.
Oh wow, okay.
Like right now, it's 80 degrees in my house. I have to turn the air on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we ain't got nothing close to that right now.
No. At least it's sunny though. It's a little sunny.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump right into the show today. I want to start off the conversation a little bit lighthearted. I was watching another podcast, and the issue of dating a transgendered person came up. And so, my question for tonight is the following: would you date a transgender person? Why or why not? All right. And so, by definition, transgender is a person who has opted to, change basically their sex organs, and they consider themselves the opposite sex of what they were born. Okay. So, yeah, I want to
say they don't always change their organs either. So just to
oh yeah, that's true. That's true. They don't always actually go through the surgery, but they'll still consider themselves transgender. All right. So let's say, so I want to play this video for you guys, and I want you all to tell me your thoughts on it. So here we go. Hold on. I'm sorry. I had it pulled up and then somehow I lost it. How did I lose it?
That's cool. I just moved to my living room, so it's all good.
You upgraded.
Yeah, I see.
Oh my goodness, why can't I find it? I just had it. Hold
wife
on.
Wife must be out of town. He can talk his shit now in peace.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm gonna find this video. Oh, hold on. I'm gotta find this thing. Okay, there it is. All right. So, all right, here we go. Finally. Let me go ahead. Let me know if y'all can't hear it. So,
your background is loud, so it's muted.
Yeah, can you mute for me? All right, let me go ahead and
date. I hate the burden of having to talk about my transness on the first or even the second date.
Wow. You would let me take you out twice.
Well, this is ideal.
Right. And not say, just so you know.
If we met out and about, yeah, I'm more likely to hold off longer. Now, online, if I'm like on an app or something, I put it in my profiles. Like, I don't play that game.
No, but if I met you at a bar, restaurant, whatever, Raquel's so beautiful, can I take you out? Sure.
It varies, but I'm not going to be like, can you take me out? Sure. Oh, by the way, I'm trans. Like, I might do that, but I don't feel obligated to do that all the time.
It's interesting that you say you don't feel obligated.
All right, y'all. So what y'all think?
I mean, personally, I think they play a dangerous game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just based off that video. I mean, myself, I would never date a transgender person. I mean, my reason is because I mean, I like women. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that, you know, just because someone identifies as being a woman doesn't make them a woman.
Yeah.
And that's just one of my reasons behind it. I like to procreate. I like to have kids, right? And you know, like one that person, I mean that young ladies or that individuals thought process was, hey, I don't have to share that information with you until I'm ready to share that information with you. But I just think it's the same thing as like if someone has an STD and you know they choose to hold off with telling me before we enter into that type of thing, like don't force my hand, you know what I'm saying, because that's what you want to do. I think certain things you got to be upfront with people about. I think that's one of those things that should be upfront.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how soon? How soon? Should it be like the first meeting?
He just disappeared.
Oh, okay. He'll come back. Let me know when you're ready. You ready?
You're coming back. Okay, there you go.
Okay. What you think, Cannon?
I was gonna say, I wouldn't date a transgender person just because, just like he said, for me, I'm not interested in anyone of the opposite sex. So even if they have that, are taking the hormones and everything, if they stop taking it, they're gonna revert back to what they was originally anyway. Right? So I personally just wouldn't. But I don't necessarily see anything wrong with not saying that if someone invites them on a date. For me, or if somebody was taking me out of something, before it gets intimate, I would say before anything intimate happens, that they should say. But just like going out, I don't see, it's only people, well, mostly men's to me, like they fragile egos, like I was out with a trans, like y'all didn't even do nothing like so I don't know.
But don't people go out, like people go out for all types of reasons, but
yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like if you just out and y'all haven't had any intimate moments or done anything.
Well, what if the person is going out?
Nah, fuck
the
that.
intention.
What if the person is going back to what?
Serious. What if they are going out like for the intention of something being more serious though?
Yeah, but she said first or second date. Like that's not.
But that's for her though. That's her. That's in her mind. Like she.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm saying. That, and then Devin said that that's playing a very dangerous game. I think it is very dangerous for transgender women in general, anyway. And I think that is one of the things that can be dangerous. So I think sometimes that's why they do wait to say something. So some people wait to say something. Some people try to hurry up and say it up front. I don't know if there's necessarily a right way because people be reacting how they're gonna react. So I don't know. But.
First of all, no, I'm not dating a transgender. First and secondly, I just want to put a disclosure out there, just in case I say anything bogus about trans. I'm not politically correct when I'm talking about. I'm not educated enough to know all the pronouns and stuff like that. So I might say some stuff that might offend some transgenders, but it's not because I'm being disrespectful. It's just because I might not know. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I'm guessing that's for everybody on the panel. We might say some things that might disrespect them because we know how sensitive they can get when people say certain things about them. But if we got some transgenders watching and listening, if we say something online, just put it in chat and correct us. We don't mind. We respect everybody. But no, I'm not dating a transgender because I like women, love women. That's all I'm. Married a woman, so that's it. I think she had a line. She I'm pretty sure when she was approached by the gentleman, it was in intentions to getting to know her, to build a relationship, to sex or whatever the case may be, intimate. That's what's going on in your mind when you're approaching a woman. Okay. I think a transgender should probably announce that as soon as the first conversation comes up. Hey, I'm a transgender. I don't know if you into that, but that's what I am. It's no. If you wait, that's when the harm is going to be. You know what I'm saying? That's when it could get worse. You know what I'm saying? Like you letting people take you out on multiple dates. You having these conversations with people, not saying that, letting them think that something is going to happen that's not going to happen, and that's when people feelings going to get involved. Like, why wouldn't you announce that at the beginning?
Okay.
Okay. But can you explain to me like why something violent would have to happen as a result of that? Like what is it in men's mind if they haven't done anything physical or haven't gotten too involved, like they went on one date, right? Why would they be so angry to the point of being physical?
I can't explain that, but it happens. We've seen it happening. We've seen
I'm just
women
curious.
Even with women that's not trans, we've seen it happen. So I mean, it happens. Men are emotional, and men don't have self-control as much as they think they do. That's why a lot of violent things happen to women of whatever they identify with. When a man doesn't get his way, or when he feels misled, he sometimes goes to the emotional thing that he's most comfortable with. And most men are comfortable with fighting and being violent. That's sad, and we need to change that and find a way to get men to deal with their emotions in a better way. But sad reality is that's how most men react. I can't get into their head space on why they do it, and what triggers them to get violent. But I wouldn't get violent with a woman who misled me unless it got, you know what I'm saying, intimate and, you know, it start touching and stuff like that. Then we would have to do something. But just a simple conversation, or we just having drinks and then she discloses this information. Yeah, I might be a little mad or whatever, but I'm just going to politely get up and walk away and leave. You know, that's me. Other men, they can't control themselves and they're going to get violent. But that's like Devin said, that's the dangerous part of not disclosing this information up front. Like, just and if you're trans, and most trans are happy to be trans, and they always want to tell people about how they need to treat them and this and that. Well, treat people the same way. You know, be respectful to people's feelings and people's space. Like if like if I want this type of person in my space, and you're not a person, don't portray that type of person. Because if you disclose this information, that's the same thing as like, what's that, a white lie, right? Like, you know damn well this dude approached you thinking you was a woman. Let's be real. Well, let's be real about this. And you going on multiple dates with this dude, that's kind of like a lie. And to me. You muted.
So I'm trying to understand like what you all think. Like I'm not really sure one way or the other. Like I originally thought like you don't have to say it right like away in public, but like the first conversation, the first private conversation you have, I think you should say it. But then again, listening to y'all, and I'm like, okay, well, think about how like people date. They might go out on a few dates and not even be serious, like at all. So it's like, and then they don't tell you about things in their life. You know what I mean? They don't tell you about their debt. They don't tell you about their bad temper. They don't tell you about, how many baby daddies they got or how many baby mamas they got. So my question is like, should a person that's just met you tell you right away? Like,
well, let's go over the things that people get mad about when they don't know it right away. So, just the same way a woman will get mad at a man if he doesn't disclose that he's married, and they go out on multiple dates, and then second date, oh yeah, by the way, I'm married. She's going to be like, damn, dude, you should have told me this. The same, another thing. Oh, I live with my mother. Things like this. I think a lot of things should be announced up front, because a lot of people get mad at certain things when it's not, and that's one of them. It's multiple things. The marriage thing, or how many I got 30 kids. Like certain things, like you have to know that people
I don't think you're supposed to be dating people while you're married. So I don't know how common of an occurrence that is.
people they
do
but
it. I think that's what he's trying to say. Like certain things, I mean, certain things are just not your average. And I think like certain things, that's not the average should be kind of discussed a little bit, right? I mean, it's average that, most people probably gonna have that. It's average that on most dates or people that you're dating, not gonna discuss finances right off the bat. Right. I mean, but I think your sexual preference. I mean, if I go out and I see what to my eyes look like a woman, that's what I'm expecting, that I'm talking to and looking to go out with, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, and if I do get their number and we do decide to say, okay, let's go on a date, I think I think that individual should share that information with me, just so I know, so that I can make my own decisions regarding that information. Because, if I feel tricked, or if I feel betrayed by that lack of information, I mean, that's why we see some of the things I think that we see sometimes, because, people are afraid to share who they are. And I'm not against a person who, hey, be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Be what you want to be. But at the same time, don't drag me into it. It's like, okay, well, like I'm saying, with the STD thing, like, hey, if don't have sex with me, then tell me on the second time we're about to have sex, or I got AIDS. Like, what? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but if you haven't been intimate with somebody, I don't think you'd have to tell them that either. Like, why would you have to tell them that y'all not intimate? Like,
but man, because I think that
because I want to spend my money on who I want to spend my money.
I think sometimes relationships like that.
But you wanted to spend your money on this. See, I think that the problem is, like, now that I'm thinking about it and listening, I think that the problem is that men get sexual, especially immediately. So that's probably the problem, because you can meet a dude and he gonna be sending you pictures of his stuff immediately, like, look at this, like, oh, and then start talking about it like immediately, like you just met him. You're like, so like we just met, we ain't talked about nothing, nothing yet. You immediately talking about. So I think that's like the thing. So maybe you would want to, because men just
if we know that's the thing, we know that men. Go ahead.
That's what I just said.
If we know that men are more sexually aroused quicker and sooner, then if you know that, then
I didn't say aroused. I said get sexual. You can be aroused and not behave in a sexual manner.
I mean, but if you sexual,
but I also think, and I mean, you see it happening with the younger generation. I think the younger generation is a lot less intimidated or a lot less threatened in their manhood about things. So I think that what also needs to happen is that people just need to remember that there are people out here who are transgender, right? Like, why you dating? Why you talking to people or whatever? So maybe you shouldn't be so quick to run and just, immediately just like, before you even know the person's name.
Okay, so let's throw the sex part out of it. I want to spend my time with who I want to spend my time with. And if I want to get to know this person because I'm trying to build something with a person, then I should know who I'm dealing with.
But that's like with anybody that you meet. You're not, and just like Ashley was saying, they're not going to tell you stuff that even may turn you off in other ways. So, I mean, that's just dating. Like you meet, especially a stranger, you meeting a stranger and you risking taking them out and not liking them or whatever. Like,
yeah, but that's your choice. That's my choice to take out a woman. Give me the choice to take out a woman or a man. Right?
That's what I'm talking about.
So why are you taking that choice away from me? Because you're scared.
Make a decision. Yeah. See, like that person. I mean, that video clip is like they didn't really give them a choice.
All I'm saying is, obviously, you was attracted to him at first. So why are you acting funny now?
But because my eyes saw a woman. My eyes didn't say, "Oh,
well, blame yourself."
When you look at someone,
you over there lusting after that trans person.
If I walk down.
I said, well, blame yourself because you're so lusty. You up there lusting after a trans person.
So I mean,
again, I'm sorry, Mom.
So basically, if you was talking to a man and then second day he say I got a vagina, I mean, what you cool with that? You gonna keep on date? You gonna be like, hey, we ain't having sex
you
yet,
don't
so
you don't have to
keep
dating. No, you don't have to keep dating him. You can say I decline. I'm not interested in that.
But what if he don't tell you until the 5th date, 6th date, 10th date? How many dates you gonna go on before it's gonna be okay?
He said the first or second date.
No, I'm asking you, how many dates would you go on?
Yeah.
How many dates would you go on for you not to be mad?
I specifically said at the beginning that they should say something at least after the first couple of dates. I said, of course, not the first day. I don't even think. I said that at the beginning. That's what I said.
Okay, maybe I missed it. I'm just saying. Okay, cool. Thanks for answering.
Y'all funny. Okay, so like after the first few dates. Okay. I could see like why a man would want to know. Men are a little different from women. They kind of like what they, it kind of just takes them off guard.
Their manhood could be threatened, and they gonna be scared somebody know that they went out with a man, and they gonna not be questioned.
That's cool too.
But then I can also understand.
That's our feelings.
I can understand like how that could be an issue too, because like then rumors start. So you may not know that this person is was really born a man, but somebody might see y'all together and that person know, and then rumors start. And so now, I can kind of get it. I kind of get both ways. I don't know.
Exactly.
Because you know how people talk. Like, oh yeah, I saw so-and-so.
I don't care about people talking.
Yeah, when it started affecting your livelihood, then you go care.
But they dang.
Right.
You say what?
Dang, I saw. Hey, that's your girl. Yeah, that's my girl. Saying it all proud and stuff, your chest out. Then find out they, so they behind your back, like, hey boy, you don't know that Sally used to be Sean. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, but we all know people treat each other on how they feel, on what they think about somebody, right? So if someone's gonna think something about me, let that be my choice. Don't deceive me and have people thinking something about me just because you lied. That's all I'm saying. Like if I wanted people to think I like trans women, that's my choice. It ain't yours. So you know what I'm saying? Like, no.
So do you feel the same way about like if somebody have HIV, for instance, right? And you approach them in the club, so they be like, "Wait, I got HIV."
I didn't say I didn't. I approach them. What you mean? Like if you're talking to someone and y'all exchange numbers and y'all start communicating, y'all start talking about going out and dating. Yes, the conversation should come up.
So before you actually go.
I mean, before we actually have sex, for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I was just asking him. He was just saying before that. I was just wanting to know, like, is that the same thing?
Yes, no, it's not the same thing, but still,
because
I would like to.
Because
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not
about you behind your back if they know that person's diagnosis. They could be like, "Ooh, he messing with such as he got that package."
Yeah. I'm not.
Right?
I'm not saying there's no right or wrong. I'm saying my preference. I would like to know up front. That's me. I would like to know up front what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Because guess what? If we go out, say we go out, right? And I don't know, you ain't told me nothing. You get a little drunk, I get drunk, or whatever the case may be, and shit starts happening. Guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be a fucking problem. All because somebody can control their liquor and some mother didn't disclose what type of person they was, right? Because things can happen, right? When you go out and you get drunk and your stuff like that. So that's all. Let me know what I'm dealing with.
Is that, I get you being upset, but is that justified though? Can you just like, I was watching this show and there are so many stories like this, but I was watching this show about a young man who was passing off as a woman, and she was like the new girl in the school, right? So all the guys were like really feeling her, and they started to be intimate with her, and but she hadn't had the sex change surgery, so she would only have like oral sex. So it got to a point where some of the guys started to doubt, and a couple other things were happening too, like she got into a fight with this girl, and I mean, she basically manhandled the girl. And so that's what made everybody start to think like, man, what's going on? How is she really a she? And so, and this girl was lying. Like she was flat out lying. I mean, for months, probably over a year. Her mom was helping her lie, like everything. And so the guys found out and they ended up killing her on the spot. So I get them being upset. That was foul. And I think the mom was wrong too, because the mom helped her live this lie. But is that justified? Like,
I don't think being violent is justified. I like I said, I'm not the type that's gonna get violent. I'm just gonna walk away.
I thought you were saying you would.
No, I said I'm just gonna walk away. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
My preference is I would like to know up front. But if we on 2 or 3 dates, whatever, then you told me, yeah, I'm gonna be mad, but I'm not about to kill you or beat your ass. I'm about to get up and get up out of there. I'm leaving out the door like this. You know, that's what I'm not about to make a bigger scene.
The thing is that it's also been a lot of cases of men who secretly date trans women, and then
the secret comes out,
finding out, or when people find out, they murder the person.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think that's wild.
Because they was lying too. They was lying.
I think that it needs to be less of a stigma attached to other people's sexuality, that when they not hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? With like grown people is whatever, and they ain't hurting nobody, doing nothing unconsensual. I just think it's a problem with culture, period. Like, why are you so worried about what somebody doing over there, and then to like shame people? And I don't know, it's just weird to me that people are that invested in other people's sexuality.
So we all just sit up here and said we would not date a transgender, right? So get this. So if we was to get deceived by a transgender, went out on a couple of dates, and you knew I dated this transgender, in your mind, you wouldn't even want to date me anymore because you think I like transgenders, right?
I could ask you that question.
Wait, what?
I could ask you that.
What?
If you,
I mean, you can ask me that, but will you? I mean, most people just be like, oh, if they heard about a person dating transgenders, in their mind,
information. So, I mean, I would. I don't know what most people would do, but I would ask because I mean, I know how people be spreading rumors and people be saying shit.
Yeah, that's cool, but still, if you ask, would you gonna just automatically believe I'm telling the truth just because you asked? Then you got the truth now. You was dating this transgender dude, so
I know that it does happen. If I ask a guy and I'm like, because you was dating such and such, he's like, man, that situation right there, even know.
You gonna believe him? Okay.
It happens a lot, so why wouldn't I?
All right.
So a lot of go ahead.
I'm just me. If a person's dating a transgender, and then they later on they be like, I ain't even know I'm still a little iffy about it. So that's cool. That's cool, but yeah.
So you wouldn't date somebody who dated a transgender?
Nah, because I don't even know what you.
I guess like this.
I'm turned off now. I'm turned off. Like what
but you would date a woman that's bisexual, that's slept with women.
I like women.
But you wouldn't date a man. I mean, a woman
who's been with a trans man
that used to be a woman.
Right.
What? See, y'all confusing me now.
A trans man. If you wouldn't date a woman that her ex is a trans man.
Right.
No.
Why does it matter?
No. For me, I will date the woman. I'm just talking about for the women that's saying that they don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you met a man and he was dating another man, but the man identified as a woman. I mean, the woman identified as a man.
Did she pre-op or post-op?
I'm not. See, that's the thing. Y'all about to be asking all these questions. First of all, y'all don't even expect the dude to tell y'all that they trans the first date, but now all of a sudden y'all post-op or pre-op. Come on now, y'all ain't thinking about that shit. Y'all gonna be like, oh, he date trans somebody else, or maybe
you need a whole application.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all not really trying to go down that route. So stop acting like y'all going down that route of dating men that date trans.
To me, it don't matter if they post-op or pre-op, because if they post-op, they got all the lady parts.
Yeah, you good now. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's logical, but it is a little strange to me. But it's like I think the issue is weird. It's not logical because it's like for instance, like you wouldn't date a trans woman because in your mind she's still a man, right?
Oh, yeah, man.
Logically, it shouldn't matter, right? If this woman in her past has dated a trans man, because it's like in your eyes, well, I don't know.
But me personally,
man is still a woman,
right? Because you would think that the trans man is still a woman, just like you think that the trans is still a man.
But me personally, I wouldn't even date a woman that was like gay or bisexual because it's shit that comes with that, right? It's things that are like maybe if I pop off if it was a threesome type thing, that's sex, but I don't really want to date a woman to be her man and she likes men and what I don't. That's not me. That's a lifestyle right there. Like,
but how often when you're dating would you say you dating somebody to be their man versus just dating them to just have a good time at the moment?
I was doing that a lot, so it really didn't matter at that time. But if I'm dating a woman to get to know them,
right?
Because I'm trying to pursue a
relationship. So why would it matter if they don't tell you that they trans on the first date? You ain't dating them to be serious anyway.
What? Yeah, okay. I'm not dating to get no dick in my ass neither. So shit.
They post op.
I don't know if they post op or not. Listen here. If that was to happen to me and I dated a woman and she was a dude before, and then we did something. First of all, do they really got a vagina?
Well, apparently there are ways that they like insert I don't know if you can say this word. Can you say penis on YouTube?
Because
they insert it.
Really an inside out vajayjay, because when we're in utero, everybody starts off with a vajayjay, and then some hormones are added, then it becomes a penis. So they take it and they turn it inside out and they make a clitoris and all of that, and it's a vagina.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough pill to swallow if that ever happened to some dudes. And I feel sorry for them if they was like banging a female and then she was like, "Yeah, I used to have a dingaling," because I feel sorry for him. And maybe he like it. So no, I don't feel sorry for him. But I don't want to be in that situation.
It's not for you.
Yeah, I don't want to be in that situation. Yeah, yeah.
But you get what you're saying. Go ahead, Devin. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, I mean, I guess we just trying to say, like, man, certain things just should be said up front. And I mean, I guess it's just, I don't know, man. I don't want to be tricked in the end. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be later on, it's 3 months in, I call myself falling in love with this person just to find out, oh yeah, I used to be Larry. What? Hey, hold on, whoa. What was this at the beginning? Because now you got feelings involved. Now you got, I mean, it just. And
I get why the women have a different view than us men. I know the way society is and the way we were brought up, why I think this way. I know exactly why I think like I think. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to do the work to correct it. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with what they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to revert over to do that. You know what I'm saying? I like how my mental is when it comes to the trans thing. You know what I'm saying? It might not be right, it might not be wrong, but it's me. And I'm going to go accept them and they have me.
It's just, but you do get what we're saying though. Like, and I'm not judging you. I get what you're saying.
We can't see that.
But what you doing, Kenny? What is
She's trying to show us something. I think she guys pull it back from the phone a little bit or something.
She's trying to make a trans baby over there.
She makes dolls, Devin.
Okay.
But you get what we're saying. Like, you're saying, okay, you like women. You don't want to date a trans woman, but you would date a woman. You would date a woman that likes other women, but you wouldn't date a woman that would date a trans man, even though the trans man is technically in your eyes a woman.
See, everything you're saying is sound all.
It's mental. It's all mental. Confused. It's all mental. because
see if you can put that picture up I sent you.
Okay, and
it's just like if you go to a burger spot and you order a beef burger and they give you a goddamn impossible burger, you know. I'm gonna feel deceived. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it tasted the same, I'm gonna be like, man, what? I asked for some goddamn Angus burger. Goddamn.
So even if it tastes just as delicious, you gonna be mad because you got an impossible burger.
Yes, listen here. I've ordered an impossible burger, and I'm never going to order an impossible burger. All right. So take that the same way with a trans woman. Okay. Don't want no trans woman. I don't care how it tastes. I don't want it.
We gonna play a little game. This might be so offensive to some people. Okay, I'm sorry if it is, but let's play a little game. I want you to tell me. I'm gonna show some pictures, and I want you to tell me: is it a biological woman or is it a biological man?
But that's hard to tell.
I plead the fifth.
I mean, that's hard to tell.
I plead the fifth.
Hard to tell.
I plead the fifth.
You're walking down the street and I see 10 women. I'm not gonna be able to tell which one is actually all woman and which one is.
I just know that a lot more men
who are willing to admit.
I just know a lot more men who are willing to admit for a certain looking type of trans post-op, they will go.
If I know, I ain't going. I don't care how she looks. She can be Meg Thee Stallion. I'm not going.
I have a friend who's down there in Georgia with y'all, and we were talking about this. This was years ago. I don't know if his mind has changed or not, but he was telling me, like, you know, he would. He said if he's been with this woman and then
a lot of men would,
and he finds out I'm not saying a lot of. I don't know how many, but I would know he would.
Because I also see a lot, well, just mostly from what I see about public figures or whatever, that just makes me gauge to be like, yeah, a lot of dudes, especially knowing just how dudes are, and like dudes prioritize sex so much, a post-op that looks really good to them, right? That's really, because I've seen where, like, I guess you're about to show like pictures of like trans women that really look like it. I've seen them, and I've seen them start dating a guy that has never dated a trans person or has never been bisexual or nothing, right? But she's post-op. So I've seen that too many times. Like, yeah, a lot of dudes will go. I'm not saying every dude to go, but a lot more than is willing to admit will.
Yeah.
Good for her.
All right. So, and you're right, Devin. You don't really know, right? It's just a game, and I'll tell y'all if it's true or not. Okay. So biological man, biological woman. So just say man or woman. Let's say. What y'all think?
Man.
What you think, Kenny?
I think that's a man.
That's a Puerto Rican man.
No, she's a woman.
Okay. I was wrong.
That's a biological woman. That's a woman. What about this one?
Man.
Yeah, I think that's a guy.
What y'all think? What you think?
That's a man.
Yeah, kind of like a guy. The big old forehead.
What you say, Cannon? Women have big foreheads.
No, I said man.
Yeah, that's a man. Y'all right.
Oh, okay. I was right.
This
one. That's a man.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's a woman. But it's a man.
Darn, pick one.
It's a man.
Okay. Cannon.
That looks like a man. What kind of
woman?
Yeah, I was about to say, kind of looks like a woman though.
He's a trans woman or a trans man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what about this one?
Man.
That's like a woman. I don't know.
That looks like a guy.
Man.
So she actually is a Beyonce impersonator, and she calls herself she, but she was born a he. And she actually has a very attractive man too. On her.
Yeah, because I bet let's see how he look. I bet he look kind of
Actually, he doesn't. I'm gonna pull up the picture later, but he actually doesn't. All right, what about this one?
Man.
That's a woman.
Yeah, that looks like a woman.
I see a man.
Go back.
Hey, you only be 50% right.
Hold on, I didn't forget if he. Let me see. I can't remember. No, I think he's a man.
Okay.
Hold on, let me make sure.
That's a man.
I didn't forget.
Like his name used to be Brittany.
You know what?
Ashley, get this one.
I think he sent it to me. Yeah, actually, no, I think y'all right. I think that was a woman. I can't remember. I gotta find him again.
I said man.
You said
look at the one I said to you, Ashley.
Okay, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna look at it. All right, let's go to the next one. I gotta come back on that one. I can't remember. All right, next one.
Like a woman by the eyes.
Yeah, I think this was a woman. I can't remember. All right, what about this one?
That's a man.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a man. What about this one?
Man.
That's a woman.
Yeah.
Is that a man looking like a woman or a woman looking like a man? I can't tell.
Y'all are horrible. That is a woman. She's a woman.
It's a man.
What about this one?
Man.
That's a woman.
No, strong as fuck.
That is a woman. That is actually a woman.
I was wrong.
Yeah, that's the woman. Hold on. All right, here's the next one.
Man.
Oh, man.
That's probably a woman.
Yeah.
No, it's a man. It's definitely
okay.
All right. So last. Oh no, I got a couple more. What about this one?
Man.
He know. He cheating.
Man.
Yeah, that's a man.
And nothing. You should have
waited. I know. I should have waited for him to say something.
It's a man. But can you see, like, I think what Ken is trying to say, a lot of men would be attracted to her.
She's post-op.
Of course.
Huh?
Of course. I mean, if I thought that was just a woman, I mean, I would be attracted to her too, right? I mean, but
yeah, but she's
if you don't know, you don't know.
But I'm saying a lot of what I'm
saying
is
you don't know.
I'm not saying y'all, but what I'm saying is that, like I said, more men that would be willing to admit
we live in the same world you live in.
With her post-op. they may not be with a pre-op, but they'll be with her post-op.
Devin, do you agree with that? Do you think there are more men than what we think? Do you think that there?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of guys out here do a lot of things behind covers that they just don't want people to know, and they're afraid of being judged. But me personally, I mean, no, I mean, I wouldn't want to put myself in that position.
Okay. And actually, to go back to this one, he is a trans man. Yeah. He's a trans man. All right, last one.
That look like a
man.
woman.
That's a man.
Okay, Devin.
That's a woman.
You think it's a woman, Cannon?
Mm-hmm.
It's a man.
And Devin, what you think?
I said it was a woman.
Cannon, what is it? Or
it's a woman.
It's a woman.
That's a trans man.
That's crazy.
It look like a lot of surgery though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see.
Well, you're probably popping steroids and then testosterone, the hormones, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's a man.
That's crazy. All right. And so this was just a surface level conversation.
Pre-op.
Would you have dated a transgender man, Cannon? Like it wouldn't have mattered.
No, not a trans man. Because like I said, a trans, you mean like
post-op.
A woman, that woman that was born a woman and she got a nail hanging out.
No, only because
like in that picture.
Only because like I said, if they stop taking the hormones and all that, they're gonna revert right back to what I'm not attracted to. So
okay.
So then you go stop liking them. They want to keep taking them, you like them, right?
But I wouldn't even why would I do that knowing that they don't?
Is it a shortage of pills that we don't know about going on?
I mean, some people change their mind.
Yeah, some people change their mind.
And then Medicaid gonna run out. They're like, damn, I can't afford the pills no more.
And now the government gonna step in and cut the pills off. Like, no,
12 o'clock midnight. I'm turning back into
Cinderella. Some people change their mind and go back to their previous gender.
Yeah, some people do that.
So like midnight is going. I'm going back.
Right.
People do that. It's so crazy.
Oh shit!
The government stepped in. Yep, y'all gotta go back to what we
cutting you off. Take the cards.
Or a Republican, a diehard Republican. You know, they'll be like, "No, we not."
All it takes for them to go to the pharmacy and swipe that little care credit card, and that shit be declined. They like, shit. Doo-doo. I'm about to be a woman again.
All right, y'all. I know that there's so many layers to this conversation, y'all. You know, there are a lot of people who, you know, really fight for transgender people's rights. And just safety, I guess. We're not talking about that tonight, just a surface level conversation. I wanted to know what people thought about dating somebody who's a transgender. Okay. I know that, you know, there are all types of issues and arguments about this, like, oh, I'm a real woman. You shouldn't have an issue with it because I am a real woman, or a real man, vice versa. I don't know. Y'all can leave what y'all think in the comment section. But I really just want to know what y'all want to.
I mean, how y'all feel about Bruce Jenner getting Woman of the Year that time?
Oh yeah, I remember that. What y'all think?
Well, I never heard of Woman of the Year before that. I don't care.
I think
they be trying to make you care about stuff that you don't even care about. Like I never even heard of it.
I don't care about it.
How could she get it? Like I don't care.
I think women should care.
It's a Woman of the Year for what? What they get?
That is wild though.
Yeah,
that was very wild.
I mean, but my whole thing is, since it's a made up award anyway, that like, what is it? It's not like it's the Nobel Peace Prize. Like it's a made up award. Like that was some magazine or something. Like they can do whatever they want to do with it. Like they can make it whatever they want. Like I could see it like some type of government thing, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. But it's what is that? Like I said,
I mean, but at the same time, I mean,
they could have made it a pigeon for all I care. They could have made it a pigeon, the Woman of the Year.
But think about this though. Okay, he wins Woman of the Year, right? Not even been a woman. And at the same time, I mean, you got women who are women, you know what I'm saying, born women, go through all these hardships that you all have to go through as being a woman, and they give it to a guy.
They give
You
what
know
to
who?
him? They not helping you with your hardships. What I'm saying is woman of the year.
Not even off of what came
because
with
what
it.
does
You know what
that
I'm saying?
do? Is what I'm saying. They don't help no women just
Not even
because
about
woman
what
of
it
the year.
do, but I'm just saying when we talk about examples and standards and things that stand out, you know, I mean, what kind of messages that's sending? I guess
A bogus one.
Well, I can see that point. I can also see it mattering like in competition sports. I think it matters then because obviously if you're born a man, I don't care how much test or estrogen you take, you probably will still, you know,
is this something with Harper's Bazaar?
Stronger. So I think it's relevant in that case. And like when it comes to bathrooms for kids, I think, you know, but y'all, that's a whole deeper conversation. It's so layered and all that.
Yeah,
let's get out
have
of
to
here
go
before we
do
get in
some
trouble.
studying. We have to go take a course before we start talking about that shit.
Yeah, before we get in trouble.
Yeah. But
People knocking at our door.
Dr. Phil had a good episode about it. It was interesting. But anyway, a lot of different issues came up in that show.
Vanity Fair. Was that Vanity Fair? Like, who gives a shit about Vanity Fair? Like, I'm just saying, like, who cares?
Let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. And I just want to shout out to everybody who is watching. Thank you, Sherry. I'm happy that you tuned in. Thank you, Jana. And everybody else who's watching, go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe, and share. All right. 3 simple things. That's all we asking for. Like, subscribe, share. So
it's
everybody
for free.
All right, y'all. So the next topic. Does trust run out? Does trust run out?
You have to explain what that means.
So, can you get to a point where you don't or someone else doesn't deserve trust?
You mean like after trust has been broken or just
after trust has been broken? After trust has been broken. And then does it get to a point, even like in a romantic relationship or even a friendship, where you should or have any justification for ending the relationship because your trust has run out? And the reason I ask this is because we talk a lot about like forgiveness and like unforgiving, like unconditional love and all that, like in relationships and sticking it out through thick and thin. And you know, you got people who've been with cheating men for 30 years and they're not going to give up because it's their husband, like, you know what I mean? And I hear a lot about, like, I actually want to share this conversation with y'all, but I had a conversation with this guy on Facebook. Oh my God, he sounds so stupid. Basically,
what's he saying?
He was basically saying that, like, it's not loyal. You're not loyal if you leave a cheating man. You're not loyal.
If you leave a disloyal man, you not loyal. They don't got to be loyal, but you got to be loyal.
And but it's not disloyal to cheat. And so anyway, so basically
he said that.
Yes, I'm gonna show you the Facebook post because I was just so done because he was really just like, and he was talking to me like in a condescending way, like, I can't believe I have to explain this to you.
Well, you know that a lot of them think that they're entitled to cheat because they've been told that their whole lives. Oh, this is what men do. Oh, this is just this. So they just think it's regular. Like, oh, like, yeah, like
they even got a scientific explanation.
Cheating and men are synonymous to them. Like, so they looking at you like you crazy, like you the one don't understand.
And like, you're not loyal. And like, even just yesterday, this a whole different guy on Facebook on some thread, and he's like, well, a man that makes that's not living paycheck to paycheck is above. He's saying that man is above average. So if you're not living paycheck to paycheck, a woman needs to be a virgin, and she needs to accept that he is gonna have multiple women. He literally was like justifying this. Like,
but you know what the other thing is to that too? Why they feel that way? Because they also believe that men and women are so different that they really tell themselves, they be like, if I cheat, it's just like a handshake. It don't matter. It don't mean it. But if she cheats, she in love. Like that don't mean like that. How you gonna make that up?
Right. Yeah. So, I think that obviously people have different viewpoints on like cheating and all of that. But he was pretty much saying that you're not loyal, and if you decide to end the relationship, you don't love this person anymore.
Well, that's why so many of them be blindsided about divorces, because they don't understand life. They not getting it. Like they're not understanding. So that's why so many be like, I never saw that coming. Why would most women initiate divorce than me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Trust definitely run out. I mean, it's only so many times you can do me dirty until I'm just like, all right, bro, that's over with. Or all right, you know what I'm saying? Like it just like, I mean, you ain't gonna keep cheating on me, or if I keep finding out, dang, man, she cheated again. Like, I mean, probably after the first time, probably gonna be that's probably gonna be it. I mean, because I don't know, I think for me it's about standards, right? I mean, I think if you got your standard is to allow people to cheat on you and you stick with that, that's a choice, right? I mean, people do work through things, and they forgive, right? But then, okay, now what about the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, the 10th time, the 11th time, until you got to say, like, no, this just who this person is. Now, my standard is going to say, I'm not going to continue to accept that and deal with that, no matter how much I care about or love that person. I got to love me first, right? So I'm going to find me somebody who going to live by my standard. Now, with the guy who's saying, well, hey, I pay for everything, so I should cheat, he's just trying to use his money as his way, right? As his controlling factor. Like, well, hey, she can't do nothing without me or whatever. I'm doing all whatever, so I can do whatever I want to do. But that's not really a justification for love, right? And we talking about like, building something and establishing something, and the foundation of what we building starts with trust. So if I can't trust you with my money, I can't trust you with my kids. I can't trust you with my life. I can't trust you with making your decisions with me and mine, then I can't stick around for that, right? Because I'm not, my standard won't allow me to settle.
Yeah, I got you. What's up, We Unlocked? Thank you for joining us. So Jana says this has been a good topic. I would not. Oh, this was about the old topic, but yeah, she said she wouldn't date a transgender person. But let me show this post. So this is what the guy wrote to me. Okay, so he says wrong. Basically, I was explaining to him that a woman could still love you and leave you. Like sometimes people love you, but they realize that you're hurting them and they leave. That doesn't mean they don't love you. But he said wrong. That means she doesn't love him. If you break up with someone and leave them, you don't love them anymore. I shouldn't have to teach you this. Cheating doesn't mean you don't love them. Leaving them means you don't love them. Women try to yes. Women try to flip. Yes, girl. It was crazy. Women try to flip the script and say they love him or themselves enough to leave. That's all BS to dodge accountability. If she
what if they bring you back a STD or what are you talking about?
So he thinks just because you love yourself more that you don't love him. Yeah. Like if a person leave, that means they love themselves more and they don't want to.
But so do you. You love yourself more too because look at what you're doing. So we're both loving ourselves more.
So because they don't want to endure the pain that you're inflicting on them, and you go.
We don't either. That's why we leave.
I know. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, okay. I guess what I'm saying is when a lot of those kind of guys, especially, have these conversations, it's like. That's why I say it's like they missing empathy. Like I feel like if they just were able to experience empathy and see women as equal to them, then they'll be like, oh yeah, this hurt, and they'll understand. But it's like they convince themselves that we just like an object or something. Okay. I think the other problem is, think about it culturally. It's like men think that women are built to take that. They be like, oh. You could, but it's like they don't understand. Like, no, just like it hurts you, like you can't eat, you can't sleep, you feel like your stomach hurt and all this. yeah, it does the same thing to me. Like, why do you think that I'm just like supposed to tough it out? Or just like you don't like that feeling? I don't either. Like, who does, you know? So it's like I feel like they don't be correlating that. That's why he's even saying like, oh, you gonna leave over me cheating? Because he's not thinking about how much it's hurting you. Because you should understand that that's what men do. So and women just they supposed to be okay with it. So you built to take this. So why you act? You know what I'm saying? Like why would you leave? Like this is what you built for. And it's like, no, it's not. Like no, it's not. Like nobody's built to just be hurt. You know, like what's wrong with you? Like we human beings too. You know.
Yeah. So basically, trust runs out, and I think that like that leads to a bigger conversation about like what is like what's healthy love. You know, like people really think that sticking through all this craziness is like love, and it's like, no, not necessarily. Like, you have to, and I agree that like everything's not gonna be easy. And I wouldn't say, oh, somebody cheat on you once, or I'm not saying leave your man, leave your woman. I'm not saying that. You have to decide that. You have to decide what you can live through, right? But it's like people have this idea of love is that you can just kind of do whatever you want to somebody, and like the trust won't run out. What y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, it just, I don't know. I think when some guys, they make these statements because they don't understand what love is, right? Or they don't understand. It's just when you understand what comes with love and what it is, it shouldn't be. I mean, I think Cliff Fences right now say a guy he want to be a cheater, right? Why he just can't say that to his lady, or why he can't say that to the person he with? Then everybody, now you ain't got to worry about the trust running out because everything's up front, right? You know what I'm saying? Everything is out there. Both parties can make they decision.
But it's like, because that's where the selfishness comes in at, right? They don't want to give that person the opportunity to make that decision because they want what they want. So, so like they want what they want. They're not thinking about the other person having a choice.
It's like why be scared though? Like, hey man, I'm into dating multiple women, so I ain't really,
because they're afraid that like if they want a certain person, right? This certain person is who they want. They're afraid that if they say that to them, then that person is going to choose not to be in that relationship. But they want that.
Yeah. She might say, well, I really want to be.
She might, but what I'm saying is they don't want to take that risk.
They don't take no chance.
You see what I'm saying? Like because the only thing they don't want, like they don't care about if the woman could make, they only care about what they want. Like, so what difference do it make, right?
Because just because a man is cheating, that don't mean he want an open relationship or the woman to be dating other men. So he just want his cake and eat it too. Or the woman, vice versa, because women cheat too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm. That's true. All right, y'all. All right. Thank you for your commentary. All right, y'all. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe. We're going to go ahead and move on. Raven girl, where you at? You supposed to be with us. All right. I like Sherry's comment. She says that guy's delusional. I feel bad for him because it's clear that he truly believes that crap he wrote. Exactly. Like he really walking around thinking like that. And he's not the only one. So many people were agreeing with him. It's crazy. All right, last topic, y'all. And I have a little bonus question we might throw in at the end. But all right, so what is traditional? Devin, you've been scared all these crazy discussions about tradition on the internet, because I know you don't really be on the internet, like not on Facebook and stuff like that. So that's the thing. But
I'm following the wrong people, but go ahead.
we hear a ton from a lot of men about the lack of traditional women. And then I don't know about y'all, but I hear a lot of men say that like there was an era. I don't know if y'all remember when Black Manosphere really started to kind of grow and be a little bit more like, prominent and visible. They were talking a lot about how working women are too masculine, and you can't be a working woman and be a feminine woman. The workplace, especially corporate America, makes you masculine. I heard a whole lot of that. And then you had like a whole group of women who were like encouraging the soft girl era or the femininity where a man should be working, paying all the bills, and you should be at home taking care of the house and the kids, right? So, we had that whole period, right? And a lot of men were talking about women are not traditional. They don't know how to do what grandma and grandma did for grandpa. But now I hear a lot of men talking about women who think men should pay all the bills are crazy, they're delusional, they're selfish, etc. So, but then they still want traditional women. They still want, the woman that's going to take care of the house, take care of the kids, and all that. So, my question to you all is, what is traditional? How do you define it?
I think that the problem is that people don't read books and they don't understand history and they don't, and like they just don't understand the world around them. It's like crazy because first of all, like traditions can be anything, and traditions change over time depending on what the environment is that breeds certain traditions. That's literally all that it is. And the fact that they don't understand that this June Cleaver, leave it to Beaver idea that they got only existed in the United States for like 60 years or something. Like that was it. Like the fact they be like, women don't work. There's no time in history where women have not worked. Like it don't even make any sense. Like it's like, and then even the women who were able to like stay at home and do all that, they had money. They had money. Everybody else who didn't have money was not able to do that. They was working. So it's like I just don't know where they get this at. Well, I don't know. They're just delusional or something. They don't understand. It just drives me crazy. It's like you don't understand history. So why are you talking about tradition, anything? Because you literally sitting up here acting like since the beginning of time, women been sitting home and doing like that's not true. Like people used to even live differently in the United States. Like when people used to have people used to live on farms and they had to make their own clothes and churn their own butter, and everybody had to work. So we just came to the industrial. We just became industrial, and that ended up having a lot of men lose their jobs, and a lot of more women were working because women were better with using the machines, and the women came cheaper. It was cheaper labor. So I just don't know what people be talking about. They just short-sighted. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't really know what tradition is. Like
no.
And then, like, if you think about it, especially like in Black America, like the tradition of Joan Cleaver, that's not our tradition.
Like, but even in white America, for the majority of them,
like
that's all I'm saying.
But what the question? It's a good question. What is tradition?
Well, I think it depends on where you come from.
I think tradition.
Really traditionally,
and what time period you talking about?
Go ahead, Triple OG. Go ahead.
Oh no, I think tradition is whatever you make it. I mean, I really don't think it matters what time period you is. Like, it's always gonna be people that's doing something different from what the tradition is. Like, what's the tradition right now? Like what is supposed to be the modern day woman working era or some shit? Well, I don't know, but that's like she said, that's always been that. So this tradition is really like arbitrary. You know what I'm saying? Like, men been working, women been working. Ain't nothing really changed except the type of work they've been doing. They've been able to start doing. That's the only thing that's been changed. Women couldn't do certain jobs at first. Now they can. So, but they always been working. Men always been working. Some men take care of home, some men don't. That's been like that since then. It's been like that now. So I don't think it's like not no real tradition. It's just like what works for that household, what works for that family. And if it works, that's what they're gonna do. Now, some people may try to act like they're in this type of relationship or this type of household. They really not. You see these people flexing, acting like, oh, they man doing all of this and they ain't doing nothing, and they really working, they really ain't getting taken care of. They trying to act like their man just bought them a car when they really got a car note. And you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like just be who you are. Stop trying to fit into this facade that the world has put in front of you, and just whatever it takes to survive in your household, just do it. No one really cares but you.
Yeah.
Like, really, like at the end of the day, no one really cares what's going on there at the next door neighbor's house. Like, I'm not thinking about what they got. It's people in my neighborhood got Benz's, Rolls, all of that stuff. No one really cares. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I can do for my family. My wife go do what she can do for my family, and we ain't gonna sit up here and act like, oh, we trying to live this tradition. Like I'm gonna pay all the bills. My wife's gonna work. Because even if that was the case, my wife wants to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how much money I can make for her not to work. I'm pretty sure she'd be like, I ain't working, but she probably go still do some stuff to make some money. You know what I'm saying? That's that type of wife I got. But
Mhm.
I don't really know what this tradition crap is all about.
Yeah.
But
It's just
And they're
imagine.
talking about this at the time with income inequality is that it's worse. Like they don't even understand that through that 60-year period, it was only like that because the economy was real good.
But it
It was
wasn't
a huge
for,
middle class. It was a huge middle class, and the middle class has shrunk. So
yeah.
that's why we went back. You know.
Yeah, and if you think about, Black America, our tradition, if you go all the way back to Africa where we come from, women were very much workers. So I just think it's crazy that people equate working women with being masculine. Like that's just absurd. Like there are women who think that too. Like, oh, being in corporate America makes you more masculine because you got to compete with men. And I'm like, what? Like
I
it's
always say because they watch too much TV. They
yeah.
watch too much TV. They have been indoctrinated with the idea that white women are the epitome of femininity, and Black women have to jump through all of these hoops to get a piece of femininity because they've always been painted as more masculine, and they don't understand that that's like a ingrained idea that's been put into you over time. Like they don't even challenge it. It's like crazy.
So how will we define traditional? What do you think, Devin? Or
Well,
if
I
you
mean,
want to go
well,
ahead.
I got something to add on. I really don't know, a way to define it, but I think that we live in a modern society, where people are constantly trying to pull the past, um, up with it instead of learning from the past. They steady trying to implement the past and trying to continue to do the same things that once worked for one generation and thinking that it's supposed to work for this particular generation. And we obviously see it don't. Like we already understand that women don't play the same roles as far as what they once what my grandmother and y'all grandparents and grandfathers once were together and bringing up the household, right? And more women are in
My
working
grandma was working.
right. So that mean working, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? And also the income levels has changed since then too, right? Also, probably back then it was more households that had two parents in them versus now when you got a lot of single parent households, right? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that was done for those different times where people was having, I know my grandma, she had 6 kids. I know some other families they had 10 kids, but damn, I'd be damn if I had 10 kids right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or why? I don't want to go outside of my three. It really was for two, but the third one he came along. So it just these different things that just have changed throughout time. And instead of learning from the past, people are steady just trying to bring the past with them and trying to keep that as the whole standard of whatever it should be. You know what I mean? Do women have to be a little bit tougher in their positions in corporate America, especially if they're a boss because some other gal over them gonna try to test them? I mean, I think so. I mean, but does that make them masculine? No, just make them firm, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody got to be firm on their position. I mean, I could be a black man having a leadership position in an all white company, and you don't think they're gonna look at me and try to test my gangster or try to test my thing? You don't think somebody gonna be in that hating on me? Or you know what I'm saying, trying to knock me down at that position? Of course they are. So it's like, what type of leadership I'm going to carry with me, and if my leadership is firm, if that's a, oh man, he too strong of a leader, or he you know what I'm saying. I don't think just because a person is strong or being firm about something, a woman that is, makes her masculine. You know what I'm saying? Just her doing what she's supposed to do. If she's supposed to hire and fire, hey, I gotta let you go. If I'm supposed to lead the ship, I gotta lead the ship. Me firing you don't make me. I mean, make a woman less a woman or more a woman because she has that power. But I just think people see that power where they get intimidated by it.
So I know we talking about like relationships and traditions, but is there any like other traditions that people should be considering other than like what the woman or the man should be doing? Because my cousin was here. We had just had a conversation. You know, her son is graduating. He's about to turn 18, and her oldest son, you know, he's grown. But she said she has a tradition like sure all her kids wake up in a different country when they turn 18. You know, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think, and just like when we talked about the other week that you know, the wife and the husband should find other things inside of a marriage to count on other than just what they get from them. You know, like it should be another purpose for the reason that you're in this marriage. Just other than like sex or what you can do for me. And I think that's same with family. Like it should be other traditions besides the ones, these hallmark holidays that they give us, like Christmas and Easter and all the stuff we're supposed to celebrate. I think families should make up their own tradition. You know what I'm saying? Like what do you want your kids to live, what you want to pass down from generation to generation. And I think once people start doing that, I think families will come together because you have another purpose to strive for. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in order for her to have her kids to, you know, wake up in a different country for their birthday, that means she has to go to work. She has to make sure they good. Their school is good. She has to be a parent. She has to do what she has to do, right? And I just think that brings a lot of things together when you have other things to strive for and making traditions and you got something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just these regular boring ass holidays that everybody does that like it's just getting kind of boring to me. You know, these little fake ass traditions. And you know, I think I'm about to one of me and my wife go talk about traditions that we want to pass down, you know, and try to make it happen and really stick to it because, you know, traditions ain't just about, you know, a wife and the husband doing things. You know what I'm saying? Tradition is about the whole family, you know, and what they need to be doing.
Okay, I feel you. What you think, Devin?
I think he owned something, right? You know, it's like, you know, who decides what the tradition of the family is? I mean, outside of that family, right? Like he just said, him and his wife, you know, they're gonna start talking about some different things that they can implement in their family to hold they family bond together and make um their special moments more special, right? You know, just who's to say that, you know, you always got to do this at Christmas. Not everybody celebrate Christmas. Who's to say you always got to reset your goals at the beginning of the year? I mean, we only can live by how we choose to live, right? You know, we can set our own standards at any time. We can set our own pace at any time, and we don't have to ride the wave of the masses.
Yeah. You all think it's time for Black people to start redeveloping some traditions?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Traditions of the past, but just like
Definitely.
yeah. I like what you.
Yeah, we do, right? I mean, but it's so many of us are so I mean, I'm gonna call it uneducated as well as unexperienced, right? If you have an unexperienced life, if you haven't been outside of your neighborhood or your box, it's kind of hard to think bigger. And I think that's what many of us lack at is because we lack that vision, right? Without that vision, it's hard to know which way to push the needle. And the needle most times stay in the same spot without that vision. So, you know, obviously like us, we got some education. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about the four people, I mean, that we sit here on this podcast, but we got some education. We've had some experience. And so it's easier for us to think bigger, right? It may be harder to get to those goals, man, obviously, because you gotta constantly, you know, go after them. But it's easier for us to think bigger. I mean, I know some guys that ain't never left the south side of Chicago. They ain't never seen downtown outside of what they seen on the news, and that's sad, right? It's some kids that's in school right now. You know, you're a principal, right? Some of them kids in your school right now that come from these you know, bad households or bad environments that they don't really get a chance to get to see more of the world, right? You know, I've traveled outside the country. I've been to other states. I've seen, you know, been around, you know, wealthy people to understand, you know, to put that vision in my mind to say like, dang, I can have this too, right? But if I never had those things, just imagine if that was never poured into me, and I was just some old block guy that just want to be around doing what the block doing, what the hood saying I'm doing. I probably had 10, 15 baby mamas. You get what I'm saying? I probably think that selling drugs was just that's the means to my ends, right? But I understand that because I know more and I got more experience, that it's more for me to do than just to settle for something so small and so insignificant. I'm not trying to tell any of those guys their life is insignificant, but they definitely could be doing much more, right?
Yeah.
You know, I know a 50-year-old, he still acting like he 20, right? You know what I'm saying? He's still running the block, still thugging, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, come on, man, you got grandkids now. Is that the tradition that he passing down? Man, Papa was a G. You know what I'm saying? Like to what? You know, me and my cousins, we was having a conversation the other day, right? And we was going over nicknames. Like, man, hey, bro, it's time. You getting a little too old to be called Boo Boo, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, whatever that nickname may be, right? You know what I'm saying? You getting a little too old to still be. Hey, it's time to shake that, dog. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, but
it was all a joke, but
yeah, I know, right? But I think that's real. Like it seems like people are just so afraid of like failing. Like they don't move past yesterday. Like times are moving. Like we got inflation, we got immigrants coming to our country. They're gonna be, running businesses soon. Like some of them gonna go back home, but some of them gonna set up shop. And it's like we are still focused on yesteryear. Your grandma didn't, you ain't struggling and you ain't sticking through like my grandma did, or like my mama did, or like my dad. We keep talking about what happened yesterday. And it's like, man, time is moving, and it's sad because some people are just not keeping up.
And I think traditions keep families together. Like and I'm just thinking about all the times that like and I'm pretty sure y'all can relate that it was times that y'all just didn't want to do nothing. It was like, but y'all felt obligated because it's so called a tradition for you to go over so and so's house for Christmas or Easter. But you was like, I don't really want to do this today. I don't feel like it. I want to do something else with my family. But if you don't go, the whole family gonna look at you like, oh, you acting funny. You didn't come over to that. What y'all doing? Like, nah, I want to do something else on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something else on Easter. Yeah. Or I don't want to do nothing at all on Easter. And I want to do something 2 weeks after Easter. Like, I think when people settle into certain traditions that's not theirs, that's when they start getting frustrated. That's when they start losing themselves and their identity of their families, because now they like it's a lot of stuff that I do for my family, and then I be like, damn, I'm tapped out. Now I want to do something with my family. I can't even do it because I just spent all this money doing XYZ because my got these traditions and these birthdays and Christmas and this and that. And sometimes I just be like, it's getting old. I'm 30. I'm 40 years old. We done this, and who we doing it for? We not doing it for nobody. We doing it to make people rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just start our own thing. I don't care what it might be, but I want to start doing something with a purpose. It's building something. It's making you feel like, oh, if I don't do this, then then the family is gonna like break down and crumble, because we got to be committed to something. And I think people just do things just to say they did it these days. Like, oh, we did this. We went here. Okay.
Yeah.
How did you do it though?
Me personally, I think it's important to hold on to some traditions as long as it's not detrimental to the family, like hurtful to anybody, unhealthy, but people have to understand why these are traditions, and we gotta have
the why. There you go.
Yeah, and we gotta have new traditions too. Like, like for instance, like some traditions you got to get rid of. Like my family has finally started to get to the point where we don't just everybody buy everybody a gift. Like, we find one because that's stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
our family been at that point.
Going broke, man.
Yeah,
pay card up.
Yeah, that just makes no sense. So some traditions are just need to be done away with, right? But then you have to develop. It's good to develop new traditions to keep your family like thriving. Like I like what you said, both of y'all. I like what you and what both of y'all.
My son think it's a tradition for us to go. I've never been like, oh, family vacation. Summer. This is summertime. It's family vacation time. My son asked me yesterday, like, "Where we going this year?" And I felt bad because we ain't got no vacation plan with us and all the kids this year. And I was like, he was really looking forward, like, "Where we going this year?" I was like, "Shit, no, nowhere, nigga. What you mean? Where we going?"
They trying to go to Mexico for her birthday.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
look at her.
I didn't say which birthday though.
you thinking 18th birthday?
She talking about her upcoming birthday. She been talking about that. She won't let that go. Ever since we went to Mexico without her, she not having it. She's like, I got to get to Mexico. She like.
I mean, as we speak on this, you point out some key things. But I come from a very traditional family, right? Like we always do. My family's so tight. We so close. You know what I'm saying? Like we do everything together. We celebrate holidays together. You know what I'm saying? We'll have second Sunday dinners together. You know what I'm saying? Like these are traditions that we've been doing for forever. Like when COVID hit, we kind of got away from everything because people just wasn't around with each other anymore. Yeah. And so we did kind of, it was a relief. People started like, okay, man, I can do my own thing now. And then also it was also like, oh, hey, y'all, when we, now everybody like, hey, when we getting back together, when we start to bring, get back together. I mean, because, in some aspects, tradition is good. Like he said, it keeps the family close together. At the same time, just because that's the tradition don't mean it has to be the norm. Things can always change. Yeah. We ain't always got to go to auntie house on Christmas every year. Why don't we just go? Let's go take Christmas out of town somewhere, right? You know what I'm saying? We can always still be together, but it's experiences that we can create instead of doing the same old dry. And I'll take that back. I won't call it dry and boring because it's not that at all. But we don't have to continue to do the same thing year after year, eating the same turkey, eating the same dressing, eating the same mac and cheese, same yams. You know what I'm saying? Same, the menu don't change, but sometimes, when that holiday hit, we'll be looking for that stuff. Like, I can't wait to give me some of those.
I like last year. Me and my family, we all went out to eat last year. Like my cousin, my aunties, we went out to eat. It was about 30 of us. We all went out to eat. We exchanged gifts. We didn't have to come home and clean up and wash dishes. I really enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still with family. We still laugh. We still have fun. But and it was just like it was something new. You know what I'm saying? It was something different. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot of pressure on anybody that year. Like, who house is gonna be at this year, and what you cooking, and who bringing this, and you know what I'm saying? Even though that's cool because we all, and when you with family, it's always gonna be love, right? It's always gonna be fun because you gonna talk about who fucked up the macaroni or who burnt this, and there's always gonna be something to talk about. And even the bad things are good things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all fun and we all pretty much know each other. So. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just who made that tradition up? Like why we doing it? Like, are we doing it just to do it? Like you say, we just making the same turkey and this and that, and memories just overlapping. You know what I'm saying? I want to make new memories, new things, for my kids. We can do Christmas at grandma's house 25 times. That's cool. But yeah, let's do something different sometimes,
Yeah, I feel you. All right, y'all. Well, in the spirit of doing things and with new traditions, in the spirit of making new traditions, as opposed to our typical famous last words, I want us to think about something that somebody said tonight, or even something you said that kind of has made you think about something else, like a question, something you wish we had dug back into a little bit more, like anything that just kind of like stuck out and made you think, man, I wish, next week we need to talk about this some more. Anything like that. So,
you go first.
Words. Yeah, who wants to go first? Hold on. Yeah, who wants the spotlight first? Hold on, give me a second, y'all.
I feel like you just gave us a homework assignment.
She got us thinking.
Right.
I know, maybe okay. I should have asked that. Let me see. We need new tradition in the spirit of new traditions. Anything that like just stuck out to y'all today?
No, ain't nothing stuck out. Just like ain't nothing stuck out on no transgender motherfuckers.
Oh, you a mess.
Ain't nothing sticking out on them motherfuckers. Ain't nothing sticking out.
Okay, let's just do our famous last words. We gonna stick with our boring tradition. No, I'm just playing. Famous last words. What would you say?
Please read a book. Just one book.
Yeah.
Just
one book.
Start with one. Just please.
Just one, right?
Please.
All right. Who wants to go next? Devin, you want to go?
I mean, that's cool. I can go. So one of the things that I've been working on lately is my vision, right? Really trying to put my vision in place, just so that I can live my life purposefully. So I want to share. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of Dr. Miles Monroe, but on YouTube, he got this thing, and it talks about how to write the vision. It's probably like an hour and 21 minutes or hour and 10 minutes long, but it's so impactful and so powerful that, I ran into it yesterday, and I probably listened to it like 4 times already, just because that's how much depth and impact that he's putting in there, right? You know what I'm saying? And it talks about, how your vision will pick your friends. So just like Candace said, read a book, right? Put some new data in yourself, put some new knowledge in yourself to get to the next level, because obviously, man, we all trying to do some next level ish, right? So that's what I got.
Okay, I like that. And I love Miles Monroe, y'all. The late, great Miles Monroe. I just put a link to the video I think you're talking about, Devin. I think it's called The Discipline of Vision. Something like that. But anyway, anything you watch from him is good. Triple OG, famous last words.
If you're not sure if he is a she, just look at the feet. The feet go tell you.
Dang.
That is true. That's true. Words of wisdom. All right. All right, y'all. That's it for tonight. We're gonna be back next week. We'll have a full.
What you got to say?
Oh, I don't have nothing to say, y'all.
Y'all would be trying to do that, trying to escape, like we ain't gonna be like, oh, that's too cool.
All right, we see y'all next week.
What would be my famous last words for tonight? I would say, I'm all about growth and change. Don't be afraid of change. Tradition is very important. Hold on to your family traditions. Try to find out why they exist. I'm a person that loves traditions, but I like making new ones too. So new traditions with family and friends. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So y'all good?
Oh yeah.
All right. Thank y'all for watching tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody, make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button. Stop playing with us. And share.
I do want to say something.
Friends. Yeah, go ahead.
I do want to say something. Hey, big shouts out to Ashley. I know she's so humble, man. She just did a big thing last week.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You ain't said a word.
Congratulations to her.
What she do?
Keep doing your thing. See you using your vision. Your life is, not saying that it's coming together, that it was a part or anything like that, but things that you just put together, working hard for it. It's coming into fruition. So just sending you a big, huge shouts. Keep putting God first. Keep being blessed. Keep blessing others.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been working hard for it. I just closed on my first 3-unit property, the first of many, 3 doors and counting, y'all. And so, I got tenants. I got a tenant the next day. So, I mean, they had to do the application and all that stuff. So, but I pretty much, it's good. It's looking good. So I'm happy about that.
Nice.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Triple OG. Thank you. All right, y'all. So peace out. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you for joining.
Peace.
Peace.